At about 1:50 a.m., I woke up to the repetitive sound of a woman's voice saying disturbing things. Does that fill you with fear? A little frisson of fear? Because that's what it filled me with. Good morning, everyone. I'm Becky. It is 2:30 a.m. and never have I seen a more welcome sight than this Walmart parking lot. I don't like to park in parking lots. It's a mosquito. So I try not to, but they're always on my radar because of stuff like what happened tonight. So today I was driving from Disney in Orlando. You can see that video if you want to Lakeland, which is the campus of Florida Southern. And they have a campus that's famous for having the largest collection of Frank Lloyd Wright buildings all in one place in the world. I drove past it dozens of times, driving from my hometown of Orlando to my college town of Sarasota, Florida on the Gulf Coast. And I never stopped by. Well, now I'm an architecture tour guide in Chicago, and one of my guests this past summer specifically recommended this tour to me. I'm really excited to go on it, like finally go on it. Always wanted to stop. Now I'm going to do it. One life to live. So that's why I found myself pulled off at a Florida rest stop to sleep for the night. And I was pleased that I was going to be able to wake up and use the bathroom there and maybe even use their picnic tables. But my plans were foiled because at about 1:50 a.m., I woke up to the repetitive sound of a woman's voice saying disturbing things. Does that fill you with fear? A little frisson of fear? Because that's what it filled me with. In fact, I considered recording her because I sat there and listened to it for quite some time while I was assessing the situation. And I specifically decided not to record it because I knew it would just be really upsetting for people. Because she wasn't just saying nonsense. She was referencing very traumatic things, and she was chanting, and she was clearly ruminating on whatever it was that had gone on in her life. But she was basically saying something like, stop biting me, stop touching me, I don't effing want any of it, leave me alone. That little bee won't leave me alone. You're molesting me. Stop touching me. I don't effing want it. You get the idea. It was literally like that rhythm, usually with profane language, usually referencing non-consensual touch, and a million things go through your mind when you wake up to that noise, which is this person standing outside my car right now, which is the main thing. The other thing is, like, my doors are locked. I'm in a car. The most damage she can do to me is, like, attacking my vehicle. So, right. This is when the countless conversations of, I'm moving into my van. By the way, I live in my van. You can't see anything. Great, that's awesome. That's how I want it to be. That's when the countless conversations of, I'm moving into my van. Oh, aren't you worried about safety? And then my answer would always be, I just spent 10 years living in Chicago. I'm pretty sure I can just handle whatever situation might come up. That's not to sound overconfident, just referencing the fact that I've become very comfortable with the unknown after spending 10 years riding, the red line at various hours. And that is exactly the real life training that I used in this situation. When I woke up, I could tell very quickly with the repetitive chanting that this person was if you will, mad that this person was mentally ill. And while I did have a fight or flight response, I also could tell pretty quickly that this person was not a threat to me, not a direct threat to me. And and the way that I think of that is very quickly I could tell if this person was on the red line, I would go to the other side of the car. I would switch cars at the next stop, but I wouldn't call anybody, and I certainly wouldn't confront or engage with them. So I thought about it. I thought, well, I could try and wait her out, see if she leaves or goes to sleep herself, maybe. Or I could move along, which living in a van, you get the pleasure of that. And that's what I did. I thought, you know, the Walmart that I had scoped out earlier, 24-hour Walmart. So I got up, and when I got up, like in the back of my van, I saw her, and I saw that she was sitting in, there you are. I've got so many bites from that bug. I saw that she was sitting in her passenger seat. She had her phone up. It was like glowing blue on her face. She was young. I was surprised by how young she was because her voice sounded like she was, you know, older than my parents. She was just like sitting there chanting, texting. I don't know, probably the kind of person who posts, you know, strange, inexplicable, upsetting things on the internet. Hello, YouTube comment section. And when I saw her doing that, I was even more so, I was like, okay, this person is not paying attention to me. This person isn't thinking of the empty looking minivan next to her. This person is little threat to me. And also I have no idea when she's going to stop doing this. So I'm going to get up and drive away. I actually considered getting up and then getting out of my car to go to use the bathroom at the rest area to see what she would do. Because that's the other thing. I got the sense that if I actually like showed up as a person, that she would get completely quiet and like do her best to like act normal or whatever. And that's what happened. I didn't get out of the car. Of course I didn't, because, you know, risk management. But I did get into the front seat, which was right next to her in the passenger seat. And she got quiet. She stopped talking, you know. Welcome to van life, right? Even in van life, you get bad roommates. When I pulled into this Walmart, I saw RVs and I was just like, perfect. It's like the best thing to see as an overnighter, because the RVs are so conspicuous. If overnight parking weren't allowed, they would have been rousted out of here earlier. I'm gonna go inside and hit the toilet and come back out, move my car, and crash, because I've got a tour at 10:30 in the morning. Hopefully I can kill this mosquito and find a way to sleep in. I'll see you in the morning on the Frank Lloyd Wright architecture tour.